There have been murmurings and rumors that a potential delay with Grand Theft Auto 6 may occur. And it has fans questioning, will Rockstar hit fall 2025? And that's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to Project Vice. We are getting closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers, so any support is greatly appreciated. By that, let's get straight into it. So you guys may or may not know the GTA 6 o'clock podcast show hosted by Dan Dawkins and James Jarvis. Well, essentially they came out with an episode earlier today, new interview revelations, and it was mostly in relation to Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick having that interview with Bloomberg TV, which was in a video that I did cover the other day. And essentially they were talking about the question that the interviewee did ask Strauss in regards to when will Grand Theft Auto 6 release, and then with both of them going over and analyzing Strauss's statements in regards to that question. And I'll get you guys to take a listen to what Dan said.
I know that you noted down is one of the goals doesn't seem to be to reiterate the fall or 2025 release date, because that wasn't mentioned at all.
This is the bit that terrifies me. When you go back through the earnings calls, there's been a fairly consistent reiteration of, and I will say, the word perfection, Rockstar perfectionist, and that phrasing echoed through this and the previous two earnings calls. The phrase that did not echo through this, and this is the bit that we should all do our little Hail Marys on, is he doesn't once use the words fall. He doesn't once use the words 2025. Well, and a weird thing, he doesn't use the word date. He just repeatedly refers to a release window. That could mean anything. And I'm actually slightly more nervous by the absence of him reiterating fall 2025 than I was. I feel like there's but you could definitely read into that as a coded bit of signaling.
So as you heard right there, Dan is nervous that Strauss did not mention fall 2025 at all during that interview, rather a release window. Now, if you guys want to know my thoughts in relation to this, I actually tend to agree with Dan, and reason being is because, well, initially when I did break down the interview, that was something that I did not pick up on at all whatsoever. And he's correct in saying that in the last few recent earnings calls, Strauss has mentioned and reiterated the release timeframe of fall 2025, but not in this interview at all. So should we be concerned that Strauss didn't mention this, or are we reading into this a little bit too much? Considering he is the CEO of Take-Two, he has to be very careful around his language, around his wording when he is doing interviews, and what he says does have repercussions, especially because Take-Two is a publicly traded company and this could affect their stock price with whatever he says. So if he was truly confident with Rockstar hitting fall of this year, then why didn't he mention it? Why didn't he reiterate it in this interview? Listen very carefully to his statement. He goes, "We have found the best thing to do is to provide marketing materials relatively close to the release window." Not once did he state relatively close to fall 2025. I don't know about you guys, but Dan may be onto something here, and that's why I tend to agree with him. But anyways, guys, now I want to pass over to you guys down in that comment section below. I want to hear what you guys say. Do you agree with what Dan says? Do you disagree? Do you think the game is still on track for fall of this year, or do you think a delay is going to be coming? I want to make sure from you guys down there. But if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to the channel, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. Make sure to stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out.